hello there, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Movies Are Real for the year 2021. The first one, technically, kind of, sort of. Not really, you know? It's April. Oh, God, it is April.
It is April.
Oh, my God. Hello there, everybody. Coming to you from the fourth month of 2021. Movies Are Real. I'm here with Ryan Lance, who has seen so many movies in the year 2021.
I have.
Actually, yes.
I've seen the most out of all of us.
Which is never how it is.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, how are you doing?
You know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We are definitely not watching the Justice's gray cut of Justice League while recording this podcast. And it's sort of like people try to challenge in a No Nut November sort of thing where people challenge themselves to not do that. We're trying not to get distracted by this incredible piece of filmmaking while recording this podcast. So we'll try to. If you hear us talking about fucking mother boxes or things being toxic, and that's good actually, don't worry about it. That's why. Yes, 2021, first podcast. Hello there, everybody. Guess what? New year, still no movies. I'm sorry.
But hey, George, there might be some more movies soon.
There might be. Movies.
Might. Let's just say might.
Movies are coming to be real soon. Hopefully this summer, maybe. As
Cruella is gonna bring us all back.
I keep seeing a news story. I thought that was a fake movie we all imagined.
No, it's a real thing.
Anyways, hello there, everybody. We recorded the best of. The Oscars still haven't happened. Still.
End of this month.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The 25th, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. A lot of movies nominated that we did not see at all.
I'm catching up.
Sound of Metal looks good.
That looks really good.
That looks very good.
I want to watch that one a lot.
I think the only ones I haven't seen yet is Sound of Mither. I'm thinking of the Mother Box already.
You are thinking of the Mother Box.
Damn it, Ryan. Ryan loses.
Sound of Metal, The Father, and
The Father, that's it.
The Creed of the Chicago, the Trial.
That looks terrible. That looks real bad, man.
Remember how the Sea of Music movie was nominated for best something?
It was best comedy or musical at the Golden Globes.
It was really funny.
It was both.
After we watched that, I looked at the Letterboxd rating of that, and it has 1 star on Letterboxd.
Is it really? Wow.
It's crazy.
Consensus amongst the Letterboxd community. That's impressive.
Get this, they think that movie's bad.
What's the movie called again?
Music.
Oh, great.
You like music?
I hate this. That seems bad. Anyways, we're not talking about that movie. So what has come out we've tried to watch here, folks? It's kind of all over the place of a list of movies, but we still have a podcast to do, and we're here to serve you, because that's what we do. We're here to please. What was supposed to be a hot summer 2020 movie is now the hottest movie on Epix, streaming now for $5.99 a month.
Biggest movie they've ever had.
It was supposed to come out last Easter.
Right.
That's when it was originally supposed to come out.
As I remember, it was going to be soon when things shut down. Mm-hmm. That movie's St. Maud, if we didn't say it. St. Maud's the movie we're talking
this Easter.
You guys saw St. Maud on Epix. Which is the only time Epix has ever been relevant anytime ever.
Yeah. I was browsing through some of the other movies on there, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I will not be keeping this subscription. So yeah, Ryan and I both expended our Epix 7-day free trial.
I canceled it as soon as the movie was over.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, St. Maud.
I really liked St. Maud.
That movie is pretty dope. It's about a young woman who works as an in-home nurse, and she's transferred to work as the nurse for this older lady who I believe she has cancer. Is that correct?
Probably, I think so.
A not good disease.
Yeah.
One of the ones that is not very chill. And she used to be a very well-known, I want to say actor or dancer.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's been very, quite a few months.
It's very Norma Desmond vibes.
Yeah. And it's all about her dealing with, Maud dealing with her faith, and also caring for this woman. And it's also very clear early on that some stuff has happened to Maud in the recent past that seems really wild, and you slowly kind of learn of what that is. And my God, is it pretty wild.
This movie is great. I really liked it, and it's very tense. And there's parts where you're watching, you're like, oh no, the part from the trailer with the spikes, in the shoes.
I did not like that.
I was watching it with Richard, and when that scene started unfolding, his reaction was, "Oh, great." But yeah, this movie's fantastic, and the ending, I rewatched the ending like 5 times because I loved it so much. It's phenomenal.
The ending is pretty funny.
It's funny, but it's also like
traumatizing.
Well, yeah, that, but it also brings a lot of clarity to the movie. And it's like, oh, okay,
yeah.
I see. I really like it.
The movie for a bit makes you think like it could be one of 2 things, and then it's like, nope, it's this thing. And it's really great because that's just like the last like 2 seconds. It's
literally
super funny.
Yeah.
Was it a movie that I should actually make the effort to? Again, because it's like, since no theaters, it's like watching any movie. It's like, oh, I gotta tell myself to watch
I have
it.
to sit down in my own home.
My Apple TV account got fucking deactivated for some reason.
God.
I don't know what happened.
You were Google Pixel, look, this asshole.
Yeah, Apple.
God.
Your account has been suspended. And I was like, what did I do? I don't know. So I made a fake account. Anyway.
I don't know. I think you might like it. It's one of those that you'll either really like or you'll be like, oh, that was okay.
Yeah.
So
it is definitely a slower burn before it gets to like the wacky, crazy fun stuff. Because you're not really the first like third, I feel like you're not really sure of what direction it's gonna go. Because it's just like a very religious woman and her patient who's like kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
And you know, that's funny in its own way. That's relatable as a former healthcare worker.
Oh God.
But yeah, I think it's one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
Same. It is my favorite 2021 movie I've seen.
Do you feel like if a pandemic never happened, that this movie maybe would have gotten a lot more of attention? Would it have been like one of those A24 movies that like would have like?
I don't know. I feel like it got a lot of attention from all the people clamoring, being like, when is this coming out?
Yes.
But I don't know if it had come out like...
Would it transcended that group?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it came out without any hiccups or anything. Like, if it just came out normally, I don't know if it would have...
I feel like people really liked the trailer, because that movie was like about
right,
to come
yeah,
out too.
Yes.
I think it was just one of those unfortunate things where it was so close to coming out, and then it didn't, and then it just kind of went on Epics, which is a big shame. Because I feel like a lot of those ones that were like just about to come out, I now hear no one talk about.
Yeah.
Because
the forgotten movies.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are like, oh, that came out. They're like, oh, I'll see it later. And then like it still hasn't come out. Because like no one talks about The Quiet Place 2 anymore, and that was like a day away.
That's true.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for that last one.
That's still not on Paramount Plus. Huh? Because that's where it's going.
It is?
Yes, that's where it's going.
Oh.
It's going to Paramount Plus, so.
Paramount Plus, it has the new SpongeBob movie. That's all I got on that.
Cool.
I kind of want to watch that. I'm not going to lie.
I might watch it. I did watch the first episode of that SpongeBob spin-off.
That seems bad.
There's a SpongeBob
They're
spin-off?
babies. It's like Muppet Babies.
It's called Camp Coral, and it's SpongeBob as a 10-year-old going to a summer camp.
But everyone's like young.
And everyone's young.
It's like Muppet Babies.
And it doesn't make any sense because the show like establishes that he like meets Sandy and like Mr. Krabs as an adult.
Yeah.
But like they're just at the camp when he's a kid. It's really weird.
It does sound really weird.
Also, I don't know what thing, but they gave Patrick new parents for one of these new series.
Really?
What the hell?
Yeah, they're like, oh, here are my parents. I was like, oh, that's
Are we
not.
sure about that though? Because Patrick doesn't.
Yeah,
know who his
I mean,
parents
maybe
are.
he had a third set of parents. I don't know. But anyways, we got off track. Anyway, Saint Maud.
We went from talking about Saint Maud to SpongeBob.
That's how it happens, you know.
Natural progression.
It's on Epics. I mean,
I think it's worth an Epic's free
Retrial.
trial. Yeah.
I mean, it's A24, so it'll probably go on other stuff eventually.
probably on Canopy.
Canopy.
All A24 stuff goes on
Yeah.
Canopy.
I would buy this on a physical release.
Oh, it's still not out on physical.
It might be. I have no idea. I know because it came out in theaters in the UK, so it might have a UK physical release. I haven't checked.
Oh.
I'm just trying to illustrate how much I like it.
Okay. Well, that's Saint Maud, folks. It's out there. You can watch it. Malcolm and Marie.
Talking about black and white movies.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying. That's right. This okay. So I knew nothing about this movie until I walked in on you guys watching it.
Yeah, I didn't go back and finish it. By the way,
yeah, I just wanted to show here at the beginning to emphasize how much I despised.
And then I saw John David Washington trying to do something with the space provided with
eating macaroni.
And really I was like, this seems pretty fucking terrible. And I'm told it is the Euphoria gentleman.
Yeah, Sam Levinson, also known for Assassination Nation. This was filmed during quarantine. He wrote it during quarantine, and Zendaya actually came to him being like, "I'm so bored. Let's film a movie," which is totally fair because she really likes Sam Levinson from what he does on the show, and I like some of the stuff he does on that show. And then
that show's got some good stuff.
Yeah, have you seen any of the?
I haven't.
The HBO Max.
Donna-Jo refuses to watch it.
Oh, that's totally fair. The Zendaya one is really good. The Rue one is not very good because it goes back on the whole sensual fucking thing a lot.
Okay, sidebar. My problem with Euphoria, and all of this, maybe it's all of his works, is that he has good moments. He gets good moments with the stuff he's written. Maybe he's not the writer, but the stuff he has put to film and the stuff that the actors work with is cool. But he has an obsession with making things as disgusting and as abusive and as fucking yeah, am I right? These fucking teenagers fucking in the ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming the new Euphoria episode probably has Rue getting raped or some nonsense or some other stupid thing.
Thankfully not. It's her in a therapy session. Not Rue. Jules. The Rue one is great because it's her talking to her drug addict counselor person and in a diner the whole time. It's a whole conversation. And then the Jules one is her talking to her therapist, and then
not my dog.
It goes back to her memories and her thoughts, and it's just a lot of fucking and the close up and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's that show with pretty lights maybe or some glitter in their eyes while they're doing cocaine or some nonsense.
I was gonna say all I know about Euphoria is that they have really cool makeup.
It's the makeup.
Makeup's very good. Yeah.
I've almost bought that one glitter that they use on the show several times. That's UV reactive and it looks like a fake digital glitter. Even when it's just on your eye and you're looking at it with the... But I probably won't buy that.
Anyways, this movie has that energy.
It has that energy, but it's all about... John David Washington's character is this director who just comes home from, the premiere of, his movie, and, the critics are, love it. They love the movie, and Zendaya is his girlfriend. And even though, they loved his movie, he's, throwing a fucking tantrum.
That's what I came in the movie.
Because... they don't understand it. And the whole thing is 100% how Sam Levinson was reacting to people talking about his movie Assassination Nation. There's no doubt in my mind that is a real thing he did to his partner at the time. Because especially one thing is the character that John David Washington plays, Malcolm, obviously, is going off about some white woman at the LA Times. And he's just going off she doesn't fucking get it. She doesn't know what it's like to be a black person in America. And that's fine for him to say, but he's really just echoing the thoughts of Sam Levinson, who is a white guy. Yeah. And I looked it up, is there the person who wrote the review from the LA Times on Assassination Nation was a white woman, and she hated the movie because it was horribly sexist, and she wrote about that, and he was like, "You don't get it." And part of what she
Sam Levinson was as a woman myself.
Yeah, and part of her thing is he just doesn't part of her review was he just approaches these subjects in not a great way because he's not a woman. He doesn't understand that perspective, which is a totally fair critique to have. But Malcolm's character is just all about he's going off art is interpretive, but also I wrote it, so whatever I say goes, and he tries to have it both ways, and he's just an asshole about it. And there's arguments with him and Zendaya about the relationship and her role in making the movie, because the lead character in the movie is 100% based off Zendaya's character's life as a former drug addict, and he does not thank her during his acceptance speech after the movie premieres, and that's a big part of the fight. And the whole movie is just like a big, ugly, very before trilogy marriage story.
It's supposed to be a performance-driven film.
Yes, this was 100%.
It seems like you're fucking clownery.
They wanted it to be like they both get nominated for best performance at Oscars kind of thing. It 100% has that energy, and the fact that it's in fucking Justice's gray color definitely like adheres to the whole like we want this to be art kind of thing. But it's just so pretentious and like miserable. And it says nothing about art, but everything about like the artist and how just like shallow and like arrogant a lot of artists are. Yeah. But not in like a fun way of like, oh, like Malcolm's character is an asshole. It's trying to paint it as like, yeah, he's right. People should just like respect the artistmanship and not interpret it any other way besides how they did it. Because they are smart and they can have any perspective on things despite whatever their background is. Which, you know, I don't really agree with that.
So you saw the whole thing?
I saw the whole thing.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The day it came out, because I was ready to be enraged.
Well.
Because I love Zendaya, I love John David Washington.
Love Sam Levinson.
Nope. I love how we are currently living in a Twilight world. So I had to do it to him, and I did not like it. And I would not recommend any single person to watch this movie.
Ryan did it to him.
Well, that's Malcolm and Marie, folks. It's on Netflix if you wanted to, I don't know, watch John David Washington yell about things. Anyways.
Eat macaroni.
Yeah. Kara, you saw Chaos Walking, and I realized I never asked you about Chaos Walking.
I almost watched this movie several times.
Nice.
And then I was like, but I want to keep $9.
Yeah, you should keep that $9.
So Chaos Walking, it's got a fucking what the fuck is it?
Holland.
Tom Holland. It's got fucking
Mads
Mikkelsen, Daisy Ridley. It looks
Jonas.
It looks.
I knew there was a Jonas in there.
It is just like the most YA novel, expensive shit in the planet.
It also had a very troubled development.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the development.
So they filmed the movie like right after
you did tell me
The Force Awakens. So that was 2015, something like that. So. Like a long time ago. I can't remember if it was like Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. But like they filmed it a long time ago. It had a bunch of different writers. One of them was Charlie Kaufman for some reason. Even though he has said like whatever I did is not in that movie because I was like the first writer and there was like 18 and they still credited me for some reason. Like, he was very confused why he's still on there. But they shot it. It was in development hell and it was considered unwatchable at one point by the studio. So they
that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. And they did like reshoots like a year later after they did the primary, filming. And part of like why the reshoots took so long is because Tom Holland was doing Spider-Man and Daisy Ridley was doing another Star Wars.
Everyone's careers popped the fuck off.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then the movie was supposed to come out like 1 year, but it was pushed back, and it was supposed to come out last year, but then unfortunately, COVID pushed it back again. It was supposed to come out, like, I think in March, actually, so it really got the short end.
So then they were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, they were like, whatever.
Anyways, Carrie.
So what's it actually about, then?
Yeah.
It's about, they're not on Earth, which I didn't know. They're on a different planet. Yes. And for whatever reason, on this planet, as soon as they start entering its atmosphere, all of the men's thoughts are projected out around them, and you can hear their thoughts and see them in this, like, dusty haze around their head, and it's called the noise. And they have no idea why, but they just sort of vibe with it, and they've set up their camp, and Mads is the mayor, obviously.
What happens when a song is stuck in your head? Is that song playing?
Probably. That's what I was saying. I made that joke how if I was a man and lived in this tribe, I would just have the Zoo Pals jingle going all the time because that always gets stuck in my head. But then we cut to Daisy Ridley, who is on a spaceship, who is entering this planet's atmosphere. And she's clearly from like a mission from Earth where they're like about to send more people to this planet to start living there, but they don't know about anything that's been going on this planet, and they don't know that it's dangerous and that there's this weird noise stuff, and everyone on her team winds up dying, and then she's the only one left. And in this town that Mads Mikkelsen is in charge of, there is no women. It's just dudes. And then Tom
Just
Holland...
guys being guys.
Yeah, just dudes being guys. And Tom Holland runs into Daisy Ridley after her spaceship crashes. And the mayor's trying to...
Girls!
The mayor...
The thoughts were just like, boobs! Boobies!
And the mayor is trying to be like, oh, well, we have to contain her, yada, yada. And then he helps her escape. And she needs to get to this other place to try and contact the spaceships. And that's pretty much the beginning setup.
So this movie looks like a hilarious nonsense. But is it less interesting that it looks like a Jupiter Ascending, but it's not that interesting?
It's much more boring than that,
Okay,
I would
well, that's a
say.
shame.
Like, it's fun, and I enjoyed watching Mads Mikkelsen, but he doesn't have a ton to do, and that was my main draw for going to the movie. His jacket is amazing, though. I will say that. But if it seems interesting to you, you could check it out. It doesn't really do anything, like, crazy or wild. I don't know what I was expecting, but... you can kind of.
It looks like a lot of
where
people. It looks like a lot of money went into it, and at some point they thought that it was going to be a big deal. That's why I was like, this looks fascinating, but maybe it's not that interesting.
Maybe
that's
not.
a shame.
If it had come out 3 years ago like it was supposed to, maybe it would have been fascinating. But yeah.
Well, that's a damn shame.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's Chaos Walking.
It's still fun to watch if you goof on it with someone, I guess. But
look, there's no movie still coming out, so whenever it comes out, eventually on fucking rental or whatever the fuck, everyone will watch it because there's nothing else to watch. So
nice.
I'll probably rent it from Redbox.
That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Chaos Walking. We saw Willy's Wonderland, baby. Not Five Nights at Freddy's, with Nicolas Cage.
Did we rent that or was that on streaming?
No, we paid. Lauren paid $20 for that.
Oh, that's right. That's
Still
I did,
20.
I did not watch this.
It's still 20. Oh, you didn't?
I
that's
wasn't
right.
there.
You weren't there.
Oh my god. I can't even remember when we watched this, to be honest with you. February?
Yeah, you guys were planning some get together.
It was a Valentine's Day thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, I remember now.
Yes, you're right. Anyways, yeah, we saw it. I almost forgot, but it's one of the movies that's like theater at home or whatever. I was like, there's no way this movie was playing fucking anywhere. Like that's the thing now. Like all these movies that would have been like $6 rental. Now it's like, it's a $20 rental because there's nothing else.
Remember cinema?
Exactly. Anyways, Nicolas Cage is cool fucking listening to Leonard Skinner in his fucking cool ass car with his glasses.
He's drinking a soda brand I've never heard of.
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot what it was.
He's obsessed with like this weird purple soda.
Yeah. Anyways.
Let's just call it Purple Max.
Purple Max,
for the purpose of this podcast.
Purple Max. And he's driving around this fucking nowhere town, making a fucking shortcut, whatever the fuck. And then his car breaks down. And then some.
No, Carrie. He never says a word.
He doesn't talk. He
does not say
a single
word
in this movie.
I am out.
He doesn't even go. Ooh?
No, he's just quiet. That's what we're saying. He's just like drinking his drink, and he's all like, "Yeah."
That's actually kind of funny.
He's also mostly wearing sunglasses, I believe.
And he loves pinball.
He loves pinball. He loves Purple Max drink.
Yes.
But like he's driving and like he runs over like what is it like the tire
like the police things that would put down to like stop a car or the thumbtack looking things.
And he's like ugh, and like he gets a ride to like a.
It's the most typical fucking horror movie plot. Like the local fucking like mechanic is all like, "Oh yeah, we don't get a lot of tourists like you. We don't take credit cards. You gotta have to go to the fucking town over there. It's very normal and cool and chill."
Here's a deal for you. If you spend the night in this Chuck E. Cheese and clean it, I'll fix your car for free. How about that? And he just goes, and that's it.
Yeah.
But in this town that's like a small town in the middle of nowhere, they have this super famous Five Nights at Freddy's Chuck E. Cheese thing, and years ago, it was like the biggest thing in town, and then for some reason, a bunch of kids got killed or whatever, and now he has to clean the thing, and it's just Five Nights at Freddy's. He's just the Five Nights at Freddy's standards. He's cleaning
Hello.
Well, he doesn't say hello.
I was taught the guy who calls you on the phone.
That's right.
God, aren't you a gamer?
You're right. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Like a decade old now, huh?
But there's also this group of kids who like decide that they want to finally burn down the place.
So it sounds like the kids all know that it's haunted, but the adults are like, Well, everyone knows, but like the adults, like, no, we made a deal with the fucking Satan fucking thing.
Because like one of the main ones, Willy himself was like a predator Satan person or something. Like a
part of me wants to think it's like a child's play thing where like he died and then the spirit got into the. That's kind of what I think. I don't remember.
And then he sent the spirits of like his evil Satan friends into the other animatronic things too, and the puppets won't go out and kill people in the town as long as they like.
Unless they feed them, like sacrifice
them. They feed them someone, so they want to just sacrifice Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
But they failed to understand the fact that he was Nicolas Cage, and he just rips shit.
He just kills them.
Yeah, he almost has like no trouble.
No, yeah, not at all. He takes breaks to play pinball.
Yeah, the one crutch, because like he's killing them no problem, and there's teens in there doing stuff, just being idiots, being killed.
Yeah, because they're like, we gotta save the fucking guy.
Yeah,
and he's all like, man, you gotta get out of here.
He's fine. Let's just have sex in the fun room.
Nice.
But also, they're like, it's like, yeah, it's clearly that they're like, well, we gotta have a sex thing in this, and they're having fun with it. They're all like, yeah, oh man, I'm just so fucking horny about these fucking killer robots. We gotta fuck right now.
Yeah. Let's not even take off our clothes. Let's just have sex.
Interesting.
It's weird. But yeah, the one crutch is Nicolas Cage's character is all about taking that 15-minute break.
Yes.
So his wristwatch will go off, and then he's like, he looks out, and then he like goes back into the kitchen, cracks open a Purple Max, and plays pinball for a little bit until his break's over. And then he goes back to cleaning, and then if an animatronic runs into him, he will just have no problem killing it. It is weird, and yeah, like I said, he has no trouble killing them.
Sounds fantastic.
It's alright. It's alright, actually. The ultimate thing at the end of it, it's like, it's fine. The worst thing about it is that they have Freebird, but they don't do anything with it. They don't do anything.
Freebird starts playing
at the end of the movie,
and you're thinking, oh my god, there's gonna be like a final showdown doing the part of Freebird,
like in Kingsman.
Yeah, and it ends at the vocal stuff. And like that's infuriating.
And then nothing happens.
That pisses me off.
It's terrible. Why would you get Freebird not doing anything?
Yeah, who's like, you know what my favorite part of Freebird is? The vocals. Shut up, you're a liar. You're a goddamn liar.
Anyways, the movie's fine. It's alright.
It was cheaper to license that part.
Yeah.
It's better than most Nicolas Cage movies that he has to do.
To stop not be bankrupt?
To pay back the IRS.
To pay back the IRS, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's alright.
It's probably better than Jiu-Jitsu.
It's better than Jiu-Jitsu.
I am confident it's better than Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu sucks ass.
Jiu-Jitsu is now on Netflix.
Oh, God. I paid money for that. I paid $6.
Anyways, that movie's fine. It's Wonderland. Yeah, if the pitch sounds interesting to you, that movie is the pitch, and it's fine. Like, it's a solid delivery on the pitch.
They beat Five Nights at Freddy's from making a movie.
Yes, they did.
Because for some reason, even though they got the license for that movie, Blumhouse did like way back. It's just been stuck in development hell for some reason. Even though it seems like the easiest movie to make.
It does. Anyways, you saw I assuming you're the only one in this room who saw Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I did. I wanna watch every HBO Max premiere.
Did you see all the small things? The little.
I did.
Oh,
I could talk about that too, but I'm not going to because that movie's boring.
Yeah, it looks boring.
And for some reason, Jared Leto was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, even though his only role is to get an erection at pictures of a murdered child, and then Robbie Malek is like, "I'll kill you," and he's like, "Don't do it, Robbie. It's not worth it." He's like, "I'll kill him though. It's weird. It's just objectively weird." But yeah, the point of that movie, Jerry's sidestep, is everyone thinks that Jared Leto did the big murder, and he didn't. He's just egging on the cop.
He's just weird.
He's just weird, and he's egging on the cop, and the cop thinks he did it, and the cop kills him. Spoilers!
Jesus!
Because like
I was gonna go home and watch that tonight.
He so has it coming the whole time. Like it's so reasonable why he would do that, but it's like, but Denzel Washington's like, no, man, you can't talk about it because it's the little things that'll get to you. So you just gotta act like it's never happened.
This sounds really bad.
Anyways, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry is directed by Tim Story of Fantastic Four fame, of the original Fantastic Four. Yeah, not very good. It begins with Tom is like going to New York, like he's just in New York. He's just trying to make a day of himself. And Jerry is like trying to find an apartment in New York, but like a mouse apartment, so it's really small because he's a mouse character. It's really funny, and the way they meet, because they don't know each other before, is Thomas playing piano in the park, and Jerry just like walks up and just fucks with him for no goddamn reason. And then they hate each other, and then they're like sprinting to get each other. And then Jerry eventually moves into this hotel that Chloe Grace Moretz also happens to begin working at, and Tom wants to get into the hotel, kick Jerry's ass because he's a fucking asshole. And she's like, I think we can work together to get rid of this mouse. Because there's a big wedding here for a big celebrity, Colin Jost, of SNL fame. So it has all the classic, Tom and Jerry gags running there. And also has some of the worst green screen I've ever seen. Like in movies that have bad green screen, you can like see it in like people's hair, the like shades of green.
Yeah.
You see that all the time.
Really?
It's
that sounds fascinating.
It is fascinating. But yeah, that movie's not very good.
Seems bad.
And I don't know what else to say about it. Apparently did very good in theaters for like a kids movie during COVID.
Whatever that means. Is it better than Raya? Raya didn't do great.
And apparently, for a while on HBO
Oh yeah,
Max,
I saw that. That's on the list.
Apparently, for a while on HBO Max, if you clicked to watch Tom and Jerry, it would show you the Snyder Cut before the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, oh yes, that was the thing. That was the thing.
So a lot of people saw like the first 2 hours of the Snyder Cut before it came out. But yeah, like how a lot of like kids, like those live action reboots of like kids movies where like they try to like appeal to kids and like really like crappy ways, be like, haha, Snapchat, am I right? Yeah. Like Snapchat's not that big anymore. It's all on TikTok. Damn it! It's a lot of that, and it really sucks. There's a lot of like
weird, bad.
There's a lot of weird music cues that like, why would a kid like this song? Really, that kind of thing. It's weird. It's bizarre. But yeah, I like the animation though. I thought it was pretty good for.
You mean like the actual Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, I thought it.
Right, because there's like elephants and there's like other stuff in it.
Yeah. The animation isn't like the classic like Smurfs like realistic style.
Yeah.
It's like a blend between 2D and 3D. I think that a lot of people don't like it, but I think it looks totally fine, and I prefer it to the fucking Smurfs look.
Yeah,
that's
bad.
Disgusting.
Or fucking Peter Rabbit or the.
Oh yeah, Peter Rabbit, where he's just a rabbit and he's ugly. I don't like that either.
Voiced by James Corden.
Yeah, that part's also not very good.
Yeah. Anyways, Tom and Jerry came out. I forgot. All right. Well, so far we talked about Saint Maud, Malcolm and Marie, Chaos Walking, Willy, Wonderland, Tom and Jerry, and now what may be one of the best movies of the year, or is it? It's 2021, right? Or no, 2020.
It's weird
because it's in the between zone.
It's in the between zone.
Yeah.
Minari,
baby.
Stephen Young, he's back.
He's back. Walking Dead's favorite character.
Yeah, like honestly, he was probably the best character on that show before it became like a nightmare. And I've heard like the ratings for that show have also like dipped.
I'm sure
significantly.
Like, I mean, why would people also want to watch that kind of content right now? I don't know.
I guess. I've just heard it's like especially been like bad this last year. But Minari, I'll just make this quick, just because like it's just like.
You're the only one who's seen it?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's just a very peaceful and like very like movie. It's Stephen Young's family, like they move. They're originally from Vietnam.
Right. It's like a first generation kind of deal. Sorry.
And they moved to. They were in California for what? They moved to like the middle of like nowhere, America, because he wants to start a farm and he wants to like farm vegetables from South Korea, where they're from, and because like I guess that area has like a big like South Korean population.
Oh, so
he wants to like provide for like the growing number of
people there. Sure.
South Korean immigrants coming to America, and I want to say the 70s or the 80s or something. Like that's not modern for sure. And it's all about his struggle with the family trying to,
make it
in like a very white part of the world.
Sure.
And it's very good. It's very sad. The grandma, I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
1980s, by the way.
1980s, yes. She does like an incredible performance. I believe she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for the not Oscars, for the Golden Globes, and she probably will be nominated for the Oscars. And she definitely, as much as I love Maria Bakalova's performance, like that one is like great. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, Minari is as good as people are saying it is. It's fantastic. Very, very, very sad times.
Yes, I think I'd appreciate also the generational story of
It's
like
very good.
you have like the parents who are just there and trying to invest. Then we have like the grandparents who are like the old, like the tradition and stuff. And then you have this kid who's all like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go eat a hamburger. Which is what I was as a kid. I was like, fuck you, grandma. I'm gonna go fucking
There's a lot of fun interactions between the youngest kid and the grandma, because there's a big generational gap, because he's very like he doesn't know anything about South Korea, and she like just moved from South Korea. While the parents have had like some time in America, so like she knows very little English, and he's a big part is like she's not like a normal grandma, because like she doesn't know how to do like grandma things.
She's South Korean, not American.
Yeah, so that is like the big major conflict of it, because it's very much from the youngest child's perspective on that. It's very cool, very good stuff.
At some point, I'll feel like spending $20 on it. I'm sure it's worth it too.
It's A24, so it'll probably go to Canopy at some point. So.
Yeah, I know. That's Minari. I have heard a lot about this movie, and I love Rosamund Pike.
Another movie I saw.
But I've heard not great things.
I care a lot. This movie sucks a lot.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it sucks shit.
It's trying to like capture
very girl bossy.
Yeah, like the girl boss, Gone Girl power of that. So Rosamund Pike is
I don't know why that got me so much.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, baby. Fucking early 2000s.
We got him.
God damn it.
It's like early 2000s YouTube videos. I can't, like, this movie sucks a lot, am I right?
Sorry.
Anyway, smash that like button. Rate this video 5 stars. But Rosamund Pike is running like it's like one of those programs where like they will take like older people and they will have the court say they are unable to provide for themselves, so they'll suck them into a home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that person will be their private care provider, but they're actually sucking all the money out of them to screw them over. She does that. Oh. So she immediately does not have a very good profession. But the conflict of it is like she finds this lady that she calls like the golden goose, or like the golden.
Diane Wiest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Diane Wiest.
I love Diane Wiest.
And they find out through her doc. She like gets all this inside information from like a not chill doctor, that this older woman has no family, no husband, no kids, but is sitting on like a lot of money. So she's like, oh, this is my time to strike. So she, goes to her home. She does all the legal stuff to make her like lose her house and everything. But she finds out that this grandma's son is actually in like the mafia, basically. So it's the conflict of like her versus this mafia boss, which is Peter Dinklage, Pete the Dink himself. Like her trying to keep her in the home while he is trying to break her out. Mm-hmm. And it makes no fucking sense. At one point, he has like guys like trying to.
Who's a good guy here?
There is no good guy here. There's no good guy, or
Diane Wiest.
She's kind of also.
Diane Wiest is always the good guy. I love her.
My favorite part of like it not making any sense is the Dink sends like his guys like inside to like tour the home, but they're actually there to like break her out, and they just like pull guns out and like give us the old lady at one point, and it's like, you're not, how are you gonna make it out of here? And then Rosamund Pike, like as they're on the way out, just like takes a fire extinguisher to their head and takes out 2 mob guys like easily. It's just a lady too.
It doesn't. Ryan, this sounds pretty cool.
No, it's bad. And like there's a part where like they get her basically, and she's like, I have the legal system, so you can't do anything. And he's like, yeah, you're right, but I'm really pissed. I'm just going to kill you. But like she somehow makes it out alive and gets like her revenge in quotes. And it's just like, it's not like one of those movies where like, the protagonist like sucks, but like they're so interesting that like you want to see where it's going. She's not very interesting. She's just like a shitty person who makes dumb decisions, but they somehow work out for some reason. And Peter Dinklage is like he's not a good guy, but like his mom was taken and put inside a home against her will. And he's just going through like he's trying to go through like the legal things because he doesn't want to because he's like the mob, he doesn't want to go through like the bad ways to do stuff for the most part. It just sucks. It just sucks. It feels very like white feminism for some reason, because like I feel like it presents Rosamund Pike as girl boss when she's getting at the mafia, but like she's conning old people out of their money.
Exactly, that's what makes her girl boss.
It's very girl boss. Fuck old people. What they ever do for anyone, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, that movie seemed bad.
Would not recommend.
Sounds very cool.
The only people who I know like it that I've seen online is like people who just really like that Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike energy.
I think you just like Rosamund Pike, my guy.
Yeah, and like
I like Rosamund Pike.
She's channeling that energy, but it just sucks.
I don't know what I said this before. I think like the fucking dumb our age letterbox folks love Gone Girl.
Yes.
But I would have sworn after that movie that Rosamund Pike would have been everywhere, and nothing happened.
No, didn't happen.
Nothing happened
it's
for
weird.
her. And Ben Affleck is now the fucking Batman in Justice League, and I'm seeing it. I'm like,
in the Gray Edition.
it's one of the best movies of the year that I've seen somehow.
Oh no.
And
Oh man, they're lighting the arrow in the movie.
They are lighting the arrow. It takes a long time.
Yeah, you think because it's an emergency they'd light the arrow a little
No.
faster.
But they did in the other version.
too,
They did in the other version, Ryan.
I know.
What do you want? God damn it.
Oh, okay, we'll get to this movie later.
Anyways, Bad Trip. What's Bad Trip? It's on this
It's
list.
the-
Oh, it's Eric
the
Andre.
Eric Andre
I also saw
movie.
this last night.
It's like a bad grandpa type, jackass type
the Eric
thing.
Andre?
Prank movie.
Where there's an overarching plot, but also there's
It's just
real
goofs
life
and-
goofing,
okay.
pranking people.
All right.
I thought it was very funny. I
That's-
don't
I
think
like
like
Eric Andre.
as a movie, like narratively, I think it's kind of weak and the acting
But the
is
bits are
stupid.
good?
But the pranks are funny. If
Oh
you're
yeah,
that
the
sort of
narrative thing is like he has to go to New York because his high school crush is there.
Yeah.
And he wants to ask her out.
Oh.
She,
Like, that's-
she passively was like, if you're in New York, come see the gallery that I work at sometime. He's like, I have to do this. I have to go to New York so we can be together.
All right. Is
And
that
Yeah.
they...
It's him, and I can't remember his name, but it's the guy who plays the TSA guy in.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
in,
okay. I was
Get Out.
referring to him as Discount Hannibal.
Oh, that is totally fair. That is totally fair.
Because it's like we were trying to go for the same Eric Andre show vibes, but Hannibal Buress is not willing to put his life
Hannibal
on
Buress
the line.
is not willing to put his life on the line anymore, and also is a little too famous.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, yeah, that guy was great. But they need to
Oh, and
take
Tiffany
this.
Haddish is in it
Tiffany
too.
Haddish is in it too. They need to take this trip to New York, and Discount Hannibal's brother or sister is Tiffany Haddish, and she is in prison for like stealing a bunch of money from the cell phone store that he works at. But they take her car because it's on hold in this storage place under his name. So they're like, we'll take her car and we'll go to New York and everything will work out perfectly fine.
Oh
Nothing
yeah,
will go
one of my
wrong."
favorite early jokes of that is like, she's in prison. What is she gonna break out today? And then she breaks out like a minute later, like nonchalantly too.
Yeah.
It's very good.
No, yeah. I think this movie is, if you like this sort of thing and if you find Eric Andre funny, you would enjoy the hell out of this movie.
That's interesting because like I got a text from in like a group chat what I have with two friends, and they don't like Eric Andre, but one of them really liked the movie.
Oh.
Which I thought was interesting. The pranks are definitely like a bit different from the Eric Andre show because there's a lot more like involvement with the participants because like they're a lot more like long form than the show, which is very like like look at my erection in public. And people are like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, well, because the Eric Andre show is edited all choppy and stuff too, so there's a lot more long cuts in watching these pranks unfold.
And I do like that. The very first prank, like I like that a lot, just because it's the one where he's like a mechanic and like all of his clothes like get blown off through like the vacuum, and he's completely naked. The guy who's covering his face is like, dude, cover for me. He's like, That's my high school crush. You have to tell her. You didn't get her number.
Another thing that this movie does that I like is at the end they're doing like a blooper reel and they show different
Yes.
they show different versions because they pull the prank on multiple different people and try and get the best reaction, and they show different versions. So I really enjoyed seeing that.
I did like that too, just because like it, like all the people, at least in the clips, like they were very like,
oh yeah, and no one was mad.
Yeah, no one was very mad, which is very nice, because I know for the Eric Andre show, he has said multiple times like he does not like wait around to like hear people's reactions to that. He just leaves right away. But it was very nice to have people like see the cameras come like, oh, you got me. Like that's very nice.
But yeah, I think it's a good movie. I enjoy it.
I think it's a good trip. I think it's an enjoyable 90 minutes. That was the main reason why I watched it last night. I was like, oh, 90 minutes.
Hell yeah.
I missed this so much.
Anyways, well, I'm excited. I might watch that. I enjoy. I lost a job at Fruit Loops. That's my favorite. Andre,
I did not get the job at Fruit Loops. Drink from me.
Mailman is always my favorite.
I hate all mail.
Yeah.
I hate mail.
That's not his birthday card. Yeah, $5 to me. I quote that to myself all the time.
I love that.
$5 to me.
I don't know what my favorite Eric Andre bit is. I'll get back to you.
My most underrated one is when he beats up a cop car. Do you remember this?
Cops don't even care.
And he like throws a
some
cement
cool
block at a cop car. Then Haleburst comes out dressed like, I was like, what are you doing?
man?
He's like, what? He's like,
You
that's
doing
some cool ass shit you're doing. And then like him as a cop also beats up the cop car.
I've not seen this.
And the crowd is just like, what is going on?
That sounds good.
It's
Anyway.
very good. Most underrated Eric Andre bit, in my opinion.
Anyways, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more films that we watched in January through March. Woo! We're back. We have not even made it halfway through Justice League as we're watching it here.
Yeah, we're only an hour into it.
We are only hours into it. Yeah. Not even 50 minutes.
And they haven't even met yet.
They have not come together yet. Not right now. Back to talking about the movies that we watched January through March. Judas and the Black Messiah. I think this was the first big HBO Max premiere thing. I don't think anybody give a shit about small things, small wonder.
The little things.
Little things, that's what it is.
It's the little things that'll get you, Robbie. I know he has an erection right now, but he can't.
The little things.
Judas and the Black Messiah. I love this movie. I think it's fucking fantastic. So Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya star in this movie. We have sort of the leader of the Chicago sort of chapter of the Black Panthers. And we have Lakeith Stanfield plays this guy who's kind of a nobody. He tries to like scam people and shit. And the cops get something, like they bust him for something, and it's like, hey, what if we use you like as an informant, as a sort of a dealie? Like you go into the Black Panthers, and then you feed us information, and we bring them down. And this is based on a true story of how Daniel Kaluuya's character got by the cops, got killed by the cops, but because this informant essentially sold him out. And the movie plays with like starts with like it has like footage from the interviews with the guy, because the weird thing about it is that he was interviewed for a PBS, like one of those things we see at school. We're like, we're gonna learn about this thing.
Yeah.
And so this was this guy's tell-all of like what he did for the cops and how he did it. And then like after the interview aired, he like killed himself. You know, I don't know. That's what happened. He probably didn't feel great about what he did, because it's pretty rough. Because his pregnant wife of the leader of the Black Panthers, the Chicago, almost died. I can't think of his name right now. That's why I keep describing him that way. Because she was in the room where they essentially got gunned down, but she survived. They didn't shoot her. But yeah, I think it's a performance-driven movie with Daniel Kaluuya and fucking Lakeith Stanfield really trying to just putting it all on the line, really acting the shit out of it. It's just fucking really fucking. I thought it was really powerful. I don't know, like it's weird for me. Like it's weird because like these types of movies, like they're. It's a thing I've had on this show where like I don't like biopic movies because they're telling the story, the life story of a person, but it's still through the lens of whoever's writing it or whoever's directing it, and what the story like. I don't know, like, am I being manipulated here?
Yeah.
Like, this.
How are they movieifying?
How are they
the
moving the story? And if they are doing that, then I'm a sucker then. But I thought this movie fucked me up, man. I thought the performances are just so powerful, and it's like it's obviously still applicable to like today, and it's just like infuriating. And I thought it was fantastic. I really, really like it. Yeah, that's all I really gotta say about it. I think it's great. It's really good.
I will watch this eventually.
I believe it is no longer on
It's
HBO
not
Max.
Well,
I know, right?
It'll probably come back later, like all HBO
Yeah, it
Max
will.
shit does somehow.
But yeah,
Guess
all
what?
their-
Guess what? Blade 2's back on HBO
all
Max.
is
of
it
their-
available to rent or anything?
Probably.
Oh, so it's just gone.
Yeah, for all their like premieres, they're available for the first month.
On HBO Max, and they
Yeah.
go away, and they come
Okay.
back
And
on
they'll probably
streaming.
come back at some point. Yeah.
Because like Wonder Woman was gone for a while, and now it's back.
Is it back?
Surprisingly, no one noticed.
Because now it's on
gone.
Blu-ray. Now it's just on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
So now it's just everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll watch it when I can.
Yes.
But yeah, I also saw the story. I loved it a lot. I did not know much about that event.
Me either.
Which always makes me think about like in grade school when they teach like Black history, and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, guys, remember Rosa Parks? Yes. All right, let's move on then. You kids already know.
Oh, when they mentioned the Black Panthers, it's like, there's both sides to what they were
Yeah,
doing. Like, who could
yeah,
say?
Yeah, who knows who was the bad guy?
I don't know. But yeah, it's. I think it's really, really good.
I
It's-
love Lakeith Stanfield in general, and he really like rocks in this one. It's great. I love him so much.
It's interesting because he has such a range of performance. Like, and this one has him playing a weird, because he's played characters that are I don't even know. Like, he's towing the line between being real and being. He's like if the Get Out character of him being fucking brainwashed mixed with the Knives Out character, mixed with a little bit of his Uncut Gems character. Like, his Uncut Gems character, like, that's the real him, but he has to front with the cops, acting like the Get Out character, and then he's trying to act normal. I don't know, but like, it's fucking fantastic.
Have you seen an interview with Lakeith Stanfield?
Yeah, well, with this movie?
For this movie, and I watched a Vogue interview of his where they asked him like, it was like serious questions with Lakeith Stanfield, and that guy, like, some stuff has clearly happened to him. He is like he has some.
He's bummed out. He
He's a
seems like
bummed out
he's
guy,
really bummed.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, man. I don't
So
know.
when I watched this, I was like, this feels like it's probably a little too real for
So
Lakeith
like,
Stanfield,
yeah, because
unfortunately.
that's the thing with it. Like, it's like I think that's
in
the
terms
thing.
of like the emotional.
They are
vulnerability.
going for it, and so
Yes.
it's like with the thing when I imagine when you're making these types of movies that are like hard, like something like. And whenever you hear that like something was hard for an actor, it's hard for an actor because usually like if it's an emotional thing and you have to go to that place,
Yeah, you have to
and you
put
have to
yourself
find
in that mind
And so
space.
it's like that whole movie is like you got to go there, you got to go there.
Yeah.
And David Kaluuya for his role is like you have to sound like the most inspiring hard ass motherfucker in the planet and not sound cheesy as hell all the time. Like and I think he does it well. But yeah, it's a really performance-driven movie. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Sounds great.
Anyways, that's that movie. That's Judas and the Black Messiah. It's my favorite movie of the year so far. A lot less intense of a movie, but still very good in my opinion. I think I'm the only one who's seen this in this room.
Yes.
Is Raya and the Last Dragon, the new movie.
$30 on Disney Plus.
I thought it was 20.
It's something like that. It's too much. Whatever it is.
It's a bummer that it's so much for this movie. It's weird that they would. Anyways. New Disney Animation Studios film. I think their most visually impressive one, in my opinion. It's a Disney princess movie, except it has like a Filipino origin. It's about Filipino culture. We follow this princess who like has to save the world because she trusted this fucking. There's dragons in the world, and now but the dragons all died to sacrifice themselves from this evil.
There's probably no dragons
Spooky
left.
evil. No, there's one left.
What?
Is it the last dragon?
Yeah. So it's like an Avatar, not James Cameron's Avatar dealy, but like the show Avatar kind of thing, where like we have like this nation is this, like they're like the fire or whatever the fucking, and this nation's that, and they're all separated. They won't come together because they don't trust each other.
Not
whatever
right
the
now.
They don't trust each other.
Over me.
Yeah, exactly. So shit goes bad, and then it's up to Raya to like go to each of these places and find a thing to save the world. I think it's done really cool for like this sort of epic thing that Disney does. Like, there's like martial arts in this movie, like animated martial arts. It's not a thing Disney does ever, or you see a lot in like with so much budget as an animated film, like this action epic sort of dealy. That's like Filipino as well. I think it looks really pretty. Unfortunately, it's so short and it's so like it feels like this should be like a 2.5 hour sort of Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
When they condense it to like an hour and 45 minute like Disney movie with a lot of jokes and shit.
I love jokes.
It's like goofs and pranks.
I do love pranks.
I'd say
gags.
I really like it a lot. I think it's one of my favorite things that Disney Animation Studios in the modern era has done. I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph in a while, and I just assume it hasn't aged well, so that's why I say that. What else have they done recently?
Zootopia?
Yeah, Zootopia's good, but it's okay. I like the Shakira goat. That's what I like of that. All the people who like took Zootopia so serious ruined it for me.
That's true.
That's the things that
Moana? How'd you feel?
I did not like Moana that much.
I thought it was all right.
I kind of fell asleep through the end of it.
I really liked the ending of Moana.
I want to rewatch it. Maybe I'll like it more, but I don't know. I like the song that Dwayne
This is
The
a
Rock
very
did.
fun scene that's playing on Zack Snyder's
Yeah,
Justice League.
it's the
Justice
thing.
League
It's
edition.
the thing.
Is what's his name gonna throw something? Or is he not in this scene? This is the flashback.
This is the flashback.
This is the flashback we're watching. We're watching right now. We're watching the I forgot what it's called, but the
When Darkseid comes.
Darkseid is like, and like our people used to be together, and then Anyways, the Green Lantern gets fucking owned. We'll get to that movie eventually. Anyways, Raya the Last Dragon. It's pretty good. I think it's a bummer. Okay, I think it's a total bummer that this is the movie they decided to charge people for, because like Soul is the new Pixar movie. It's like the holidays. Like you could charge for that movie. People will watch it.
And the next Pixar movie that comes out in the summer.
The mermaid-looking movie thing.
Yeah, they're not charging people.
I don't understand why.
So why is Pixar, which is definitely like Disney's like quality brand of animation, like that goes on there for free, but like our stuff, you have to pay for that.
It's so weird.
Really weird.
It's really weird that like it also like again like it is a Filipino like adventure epic thing. Like they talk about jackfruit and all this shit. Why is this the thing that's gonna get buried? Like the thing that's gonna get charged. Anyways, whatever. That's a bummer. I think the movie's pretty good. I like it better than Soul. But whatever.
Damn.
Anyways,
It's weird how whenever Disney tries to do something like original and cool, it just nothing happens with it ever.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I don't know either.
There's some good shit in that movie. I don't know. Well.
I will watch it once it's on.
Something that's not $20 or $30 or whatever the hell. They raised the price of Disney Plus also. It's like $1 more.
Oh, I know they raised it in overseas because they don't have Hulu overseas. They're just adding all the Fox stuff onto Disney Plus. So like, just name it a Fox thing or an FX thing. It's just going to be on Disney Plus now. But in America, it's still going to be the 3 separate services.
Yeah, you're really obsessed with this.
It's so annoying. Get the Disney bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, and it's like, no, just have it on one service. You're the biggest media corporation in the world, and you can't just put it on one service.
The different flavors, man.
Are you mad?
I think you're mad.
Let me watch Puka on Disney Plus. They own the rights.
Disney princess.
They can do it. So just do it.
Anyway.
It's so annoying. They're making an alien TV show that'll be on Hulu, but it's so frustrating. They have 100 million subscribers, and they're not putting all of their content.
I don't understand why people subscribe to Disney Plus in the first place. So I don't. There's nothing in there.
I steal Alex's account.
There's nothing in
I
there.
steal our friend Alex. No, I steal her sister's account. That's what I do.
I'm on Richard's family's account.
Nice.
Yeah, I would not pay for it myself. I hardly use it. I think I've used it like 4 times.
I just wanted to finish Mandalorian for the most part.
Watching Max Keeble's big
and
move.
they let me do
Oh.
that. But now I'm watching the Marvel shows, and they're actually pretty good.
If you say so.
The Falcon show's pretty good so far.
Probably.
What if I did the Winter Soldier is also in the show? The Falcon show. To Captain America.
I think the Marvel shows fall into the category for me where it's just the number of people being like, it's so good. And I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not going to watch it now. I'm sorry.
You'll watch the Loki show, though.
I might.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I was gonna ask, do I have to watch the shows to get the movies? But I'm not fully convinced that I'm gonna keep going to the movies.
That's the thing, yeah.
I don't think I care.
But also, yes, 100% yes.
But here's the thing, though. Kevin Feige, I remember saying, like, yeah, you'll need to. But then, like, later on, he's like, nah, you won't need to. So,
I mean, it seems like they seem pretty important. But I don't know.
I don't think what happened in the end of WandaVision...
Well, that was just
It's
like, from what I
gonna
understand,
be-
that was an Age of Ultron fucking thing, right?
And here's the thing, with the way the Captain America and the Falcon Soldier, the way that's going, because like in Endgame, he handed his shield off to Falcon. And the whole show is like, I don't know if I want to be the Captain America boy. And I feel like it's going to end with him being Captain America, so you could just...
Oh, yeah, I get you. So it's like, oh, yeah, he's Captain America now.
Yeah, so like, that's that.
Okay, cool, great. Look, fantastic.
Yeah, we can skip that part. Then.
Great, Ant-Man 3, here we go, baby.
Damn it.
Anyways, 2 movies that I'm here only for are George subscribed in the great pandemic new tradition
Apple
of
TV
just
Plus.
signing up for fucking services because we have nothing.
Now you've been banned.
Yes, thanks, Apple. I signed up for Apple TV Plus because I was like, "What's an Apple TV Plus?" I heard about this cherry thing, so
yeah.
I want to watch that so
I do.
bad.
I did
watch
not
that
see
too.
cherry. I did not see cherry.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, I saw the Billie Eilish movie. It's pretty good. I
Is
don't
that
know.
just a concert movie?
No, so the cool thing about it, and I think that this is interesting, it's obviously just like a thing from the record deal, but they were recording because they did that big album from their house, from their room. They were filming the whole thing. So this is footage of them making it. There's a scene in the fucking movie where she's all like, you're the bad guy. It's like, no, wait. What if you're the bad guy? It's like, that's it.
And she's like, duh.
Like, write that down.
Yeah. Anyways, it's pretty good. Yeah, if you like her music, I think her music's
It's
fantastic.
pretty good. Yeah.
It sucks on the radio.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
like that.
I think it's good. It's good headphone music, in my opinion.
Really?
It's good fuck with your
I've
eardrums
only ever
music.
heard it on the radio, and I'm like, I'd like to listen to this on my own
And
time.
the
I've never done that.
The thing, yeah, that's what I've been doing after this movie because it's like, oh, I do like this music. It's just the radio sound quality is not great. Anyways, the thing I've come to realize about Billie Eilish that I like is that every generation needs some sad, stupid music that like kids listen to, that like parents like are concerned or worried that maybe they listen to it.
Yeah.
And that's the role that her music plays.
she's the Gen Z of that.
Yeah.
What was ours?
I guess it was My Chemical Romance. My mom was not happy when I showed her
Oh,
Helena for the
really?
first time, so I don't know.
I don't like this new music.
Exactly.
listening to.
It doesn't seem very nice. Which is pretty much exactly what she said in Spanish.
That's fair.
So, yeah, I think the documentary, it's fascinating only because, like, they have the footage where they were making this album, and they're all like, I don't fucking know if this is any good, man. We'll see.
And then she blew up like, oh.
Oh, it's very good, I guess. I don't know. There's a weird scene where they're like they talk about like a money thing or whatever. It's like, you're a fucking millionaire. It's like, we are millionaires. Ha ha. And that's a weird moment. It feels sincere, but it's also like weird. Anyways, that movie's fine. It's all right. It's a neon joint. So that's the thing. I don't know. I also saw fucking Wolf Walkers.
This looks good.
This
I
is
have never heard of this.
so this is nominated. This is one of the movies that nominated for animated of the year.
That will not win because it's
They'll not
normal
win.
animated.
There's
Oh, is
no-
this the one that's by that Irish?
Yes, it's by the
studio?
people who made
Okay,
Secret of
okay.
Kells.
I know
Yes,
what this is.
That's what this is. It's got Sean Connery, not Sean Connery, Sean Bean.
I was like, oh.
My bad. Sean Bean as a fucking Irish, as a concerned English dad, who's all like, "Lassie, you got to go." Blah, 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 blah. So that's fun times. This movie's great. It's good. It's the animation looks fantastic. I mean, I think that's the thing with the movie, like it has like that pencil-y look that like you can see the lines, like you can see like the circle thing that artists draw. I assume it's necessary to make
face
the
mapping thing?
the face mapping thing. You
Yeah.
can see it like in between shots.
Oh, cool.
I miss that so much.
It looks cool. It looks like hard as like, oh my gosh, this looks like a nightmare to do. Why would anybody do this nowadays?
Yeah.
I get it. It looks incredible. But also, this looks like a fucking nightmare to make. But yeah, it's. I think it's worth watch if you have Apple TV Plus, just for the spectacle. The story is not that. The music in this movie is fucking. The composed music is good, but the music with lyrics is like, you're walking with wolves now. You're a wolf walker, yeah, walking wolves, yeah.
Did they hire the plain white tees for this.
Oh, I don't know.
That's that a very plain white tees vibe.
But like every song is like at the end of the movie it was like because they're like all I don't want to spoil it, but anyways, it's all like it's like again, you're a wolf, yeah, a wolf in town. No one can stop you because you're a wolf, yeah.
You're right. You can't stop me. I am a wolf.
Anyways, it's neat. The weird thing there's probably some cultural like English Irish thing because the wolf girls are the Irish and like the other girl who's not a wolf is English, and so it's like this English like colonialists coming to like this small little Irish town and everybody hates their guts. Like there's probably a historical thing happening here that I don't understand. That's fine. Anyways, Wolfwalkers is fine if you have Apple TV Plus and need something to watch, I guess. That won't win an Oscar. That's fine. Anyways, with that, we've arrived at Barry Allen and Hot Dog Lady here.
I think this is the best scene of the movie.
No, literally, nobody's commented on this scene. By the way, I've seen so many reviews and nobody's mentioned the hot.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie.
Well, thank God this podcast exists. We get this out.
Okay, slow mo hot dog scene, very good.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is out.
He's finally back. He finally answered my emails.
It's out.
He said, "Yeah."
Do not. I probably should have listened to the podcast we recorded about Justice League where I didn't say anything. Oh. You guys probably had something funny to say. I don't remember what your commentary was. I don't remember. But that's the thing we could have done.
We probably complained about it.
I mean, most likely, yeah.
I will try to find one bit from that podcast and throw it in this conversation. We'll see how that goes. Anyways. The history of this movie, I fell asleep at the first Justice League, so I have no memory about it other than the cubes.
So this was a brand new movie.
This is a brand new movie.
So you got to experience the real vision.
I did.
I rewatched the old Justice League a few days before this so I could like compare it.
I also saw Batman vs Superman again to watch this.
And you were like, not
that
bad.
It's not bad.
Greg was very excited that you said that, by the way. He was like, I told you.
It's crazy that he likes Batman v Superman, but when we asked him if he wanted to watch the new Justice League, he was like,
hell
no.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't see the original Justice League either, so.
What? It seems like even more like he's like, yeah.
It doesn't have George Miller. Fuck that shit. Anyways, we were now fans of this movie.
Steppenwolf looks like especially shiny.
He does.
In the gray version of this.
So, we watched this movie. We saw it 4 hours.
We didn't pause once.
Didn't pause once.
All of my friends that have watched this have said, like, I loved pausing during this movie.
Cowards.
I know, right?
Weak. Also, the time flew by for me, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a 4
feel
hour
that
movie.
long.
It felt long to me just because, like, I had just watched the...
Oh, yeah, you saw it.
So I was like, man, it would have been over by now.
Yes,
they haven't even met yet.
All is to say that I think we all think it's okay.
Yeah, that's that's honestly a piping hot take coming from me. That I'm like, the Zack Snyder cut is fine.
My favorite comment for you, Carrie, was when it's like, he's after the anti-life equation. You're like, oh wow, the anti-life equation. And you were like, what? He's gonna get the big death gun to take everyone out.
That's it. That's the anti-life equation. It's gun.
Man. Comic book.
Also, that's a comic book thing, right?
It is a comic book thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
But also, a thing that I understand DC people hate. Like, it's stupid that people hate. But.
Oh, no. There's just as many DC people like,
oh, shit.
I love the anti-life equation. My favorite thing. I have it tattooed on my body.
There's defenders for fucking Spider-Man coming and Mary Jane and killing her, probably.
Yeah, I'm right here, George.
that is hilarious. I'll tell you
It is funny as hell. But anyway.
Yeah, comic writer was like, yeah.
And then published it, and then people, Anyway.
And then people read it.
Yes. Anyways.
What?
The movie is fine. The movie is okay. I think, as people who, I think the thing that, okay, look. I don't think all the fucking most snobby letterbox people need to watch Marvel movies or need to dunk on how people should not enjoy those movies. Yeah. But I think all of us as a society of people who enjoy films can hold hands and agree this movie is fascinating.
Yeah.
As a thing that exists,
yes.
It is fascinating that this movie is a completely different film from the thing that came out before. God. It is wild. And Ryan, I kept not doubting Ryan that only 4 minutes of this movie was actually shot in Yu or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And he's right.
And it changed so much about the movie.
All of this stuff was filmed and was not in the movie. It's insane.
That's my main thing with this movie is how much of I went back and lowered my rating for the other one because I was like, wow, no, this movie fucking sucks ass. The original version is just a slop together piece of garbage. And then like when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, okay, I understand what's happening.
It's Zack
I don't
Snydery.
get confused. Like, yeah, it doesn't feel like egregiously Zack Snyder like his other movies, so it's palatable.
But it's there.
But it is there. It's very like. Ugh.
But it's better than Joss
We're about to watch
Whedonism.
a slow-mo scene that's very Zack Snyder. Slow-mo football
True.
time.
Make some noise.
Which is the thing we do learn, right? Like, so like they didn't use it, and then Joss Whedon just filmed a bunch of Joss Whedon shit.
Yeah,
where they're like,
I hate that.
they're like, oh, funny, am I right?
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Snyder
Serious.
vision. like overly serious and cynical. I prefer that to fucking goofy, weird, stupid, sexist jokes all the time.
Yeah.
Here's some villagers that are, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the villager thing. Like that's like probably the biggest like.
They're just
new
not.
thing.
They're not here.
And they're not there at all.
Which makes sense. It's fine.
The Russian family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it's fine.
Like,
That
oh,
was
we're
so
getting
stupid.
bug spray because they look like bugs. I'm the Flash, and I fell on Wonder Woman's boobies.
Oops, that's pretty awkward.
That's pretty funny stuff.
You mentioned this, and I have no memory about it.
I-
This scene we're
it
watching
happened.
right now is
It
pretty
happened.
stupid. It's pretty stupid, but you know, we're watching the moment right now where like we're learning about Cyborg, which is cut completely from the original movie.
Yeah.
But like the mom's like,
Completely
just
fascinating.
No,
Just-
that's my other main thing with this movie because when I watched the original Justice League, I didn't even know
This
that
guy.
was Cyborg because he just sucked, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with this sad robot man?" Oh,
Booyah.
booyah! Oh, I see.
It
But
wasn't
then,
until he said booyah. Oh, Cyborg!
But then when we're watching this, I'm like, "Oh, this guy's like the main character."
He's like the movie
and he
is-
has like an origin story that's sympathetic. Like I know that this is his like real origin story, and people know this about him, but I didn't know that this was a thing,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh
But
wow,
also,
that's
like-
fucked up."
like because he hasn't had a movie, and so it's clear like, oh, this is his origin.
Yeah.
This is his movie.
Yeah, and
This
also
is his
Ray
movie.
Fisher, like this is his first movie too.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know why they went away from that. It doesn't make.
It's
any
weird.
sense.
Like Joss Whedon just like hate the fucking Cyborg, or I don't know.
I don't know because I found this very compelling. Like all of his stuff, I really
Yeah,
liked it.
it's fine.
And like when you're left with like what he left in the movie, it feels like he's like a moody asshole for no
Yeah,
reason.
that's where I was at watching that original movie. I was
And he
like,
just
what?
like is boring. But like in this one, like I much prefer like Teen Titans like fun Cyborg. But like at least in this one, like it makes sense.
It
Like,
makes
is-
sense why he's sad.
Like, is that
Yeah.
why? Because Josh Whedon's an old fuck and he doesn't care about
He's like,
Cyborg? He's like, who's a
fucking
Cyborg guy?
wrong.
I don't know.
Who is he? I love Wonder Man or Wonder Woman.
Anyways, it's fascinating. It really feels like he just had a vendetta against Zack Snyder
Yeah.
and just cut everything from his movie.
For whatever reason, I don't.
And the
it's
movie's
so
alright.
weird.
It's interesting. It's fine. It's cohesive. It makes sense. I think like the whole end of this movie being a completely different color palette is wild, and it works better here. Actually, completely better than the weird red fucking apocalyptic like it's the final boss battle fucking theme they have around it.
Yeah, it is. That's the one thing, especially watching these back to back, was just like the color of it just changes everything about the scene. Because like they
Yeah.
they brighten.
They like
everything
Instagram
up.
filtered the other
Yeah.
version,
Yeah.
like just saturated the shit out of it. And to be fair, there's like no color in this movie, but it kind of works. It kind of works. I don't like this black and white. We're watching this black and white. That's stupid. This is stupid. This does not work for me at all.
But
I mean,
George Justice is great.
I mean, it works as in like they colored it correctly. Like it looked because the movie's pretty desaturated already.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah, they just had to move it down like one more.
So, like-
notch, and it was gonna
so
be-
like the brights and the darks, like
Yeah.
there's a super contrast, and that works fine. But again, just give you the desaturated colored Zack Snyder nonsense. Also, the weird 4x3, I don't mind it. It makes sense. Why would you do this? Like he mentioned, like because they're superheroes, so like they're like stand tall and like they're big and like you see more. And I was like, he's
Works
not
for me. I
wrong.
don't
He's
care.
not
Yeah,
wrong, I
I don't
guess.
care about the aspect ratio
Yeah,
as long as the film was made with that intended.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
funny.
totally
I mean,
fine.
the really problem is HBO Max being like the fucking Vision. Like, Yes, but you could have worded that well. I don't know.
Made it not sound pretentious.
yes.
You also fired this guy like 2 years ago. His vision is so important to us. Like, is it though?
Really?
His daughter died and you fired him.
That's also the fascinating thing about it, because it's like, at any point you're watching this version, it's like, you could have not done that, Zach, but it's like, but also he could do it because he can do it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, whatever. Like, you can't say no to anything. It's like, there's going to be a bunch of ladies singing while Aquaman comes out of the water for like 3 whole minutes and she smells.
That could have been. That needed to be gone. I think he was gonna cut that, but it's like, no. If I
At this point, like,
I think it was
why
like,
not?
If I add it, then it'll be exactly 4 hours, and that's funny.
That's right. Yeah, because the movie is almost exactly 4 hours.
Yes.
Martian Manhunter's in.
Our least favorite thing is Wonder Woman's new theme song.
Holy shit, man.
Yes.
That is the worst.
We watched it with the subtitles on, so every once in a while we'd hear what was it?
It's
Ancient Lamentation.
Awful. Just terrible.
It affected us so much where we'd be like watching an action scene. We'd be like, yeah, this is awesome. And then it's like, it's like, oh, well, it's terrible. It's like every time she was on screen. And they didn't do that with any other character.
No.
They had like
she's
a
the
weird
only one who had a theme
audio
song.
motif that they need for everyone. Like, I understand the theme song thing, but I feel like every time she shows up, we don't hear her theme song.
No.
And every time anyone else shows up, we don't hear their theme song. So why does there have to be this weird
It like
tribal
tries to
shriek?
show the entire squad, and like she's in the middle, so it's like, and then like it pans and it stops.
Yeah, that song.
That's terrible.
It was just really distracting. I don't know. Maybe we just memed on it too hard and it just got stuck in our heads.
So,
but
man.
it's just every time it showed up, we were like, "Oh God, this."
It's
again.
weird because like maybe so. What I understand, Junkie XL redid the entire soundtrack to this movie for this cut. So maybe he was also feeling himself like, fuck it, I don't care. Let's just fucking do it. Zach is on board, so maybe.
It's because like they made the Wonder Woman theme, and like people really like that theme.
Yeah,
and like it's used like during the end of the Ancient Lamentation where it doesn't make sense because it's just weird. It's so weird.
That's the worst thing about this movie. Yes.
Yeah, I think that is the main.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
main
main
bad thing.
Also, this scene's weird. Also, look again. We're not saying it's perfect. It's got Zack Snyderisms. Again, Zack Snyder takes things very literally. You need to be very literal.
Yeah.
When I need to show you, like, he's like a few steps from Kojima with fucking Die Hard man John McClane. But
Oh my god! What if they teamed up?
Holy hell.
That would blow my mind.
that sounds like a good time. Anyways, it's all right. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I think I've enjoyed it more than some Marvel movies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was surprised that I liked it so much. Like, I didn't love it. Like, I still gave it like a 2.5 because it's still like a movie that I'm not gonna enjoy or rewatch or have any.
I mean,
vested
we're watching it
interest
right
in.
now, but you know.
Well, that's true.
But
But
the Justice is great.
That's
though.
a different.
yeah,
That's a different section of
completely
Letterboxd.
different movie. I go in and rate this 5 stars. Oh no, this is a movie.
This is what I'm talking about. How do you guys feel about the only new thing that was filmed for the
Was the end
was
thing.
the end thing in the Batman future
It's
world?
silly.
It's really silly. It's also it clearly looks like nobody's there.
Yeah. It felt very much like we're gonna film this so we can put it in a trailer. type
And
of
also,
thing.
I never got to do a Joker. I never got to do my Joker because
Oh yeah, that's fair.
it feels like I needed. I want to do as much as I can because I'm not coming back to this ever
Yeah,
again
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
So
Which is because like he said that he planned out like 3 Justice League movies,
Right.
and like they probably won't. They won't happen. I don't think they'll happen. But his fans are now like, restore the Snyderverse. It's like, shut up. It's not gonna happen.
like it's
Because he's also spoiled like everything he was gonna do in those movies on the internet.
because he
So it's
he
just-
talked about it, like I'm not gonna do it. So it's like, oh, this is what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. We're
But, like
gonna
this
do
definitely felt that sequence really felt like this is what I was gonna do.
That's what I was
and this
gonna
is
do.
like a good like
Here's some.
If you've played Injustice, you know what this is.
Yes, exactly.
Which I have played Injustice and I've read The Dark Knight Returns. That's the only
Yeah.
idea of Batman that I have.
Also, he really likes The Dark Knight Returns.
Everyone really likes The Dark Knight Returns. It's very good.
It's
but,
very
like,
good.
Like more books.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyways, that's that movie. Some people call me the Martian Manhunter. I don't know. It's really weird and dumb.
I did read one thing that was like, wait, so was Superman's mom always Martian Manhunter, or did he just show up the one time? I'm very confused. And you know what? That's totally reasonable to feel that way.
Sure, I guess.
Was Superman's man Mom Martian Manhunter? So
The
she
whole-
wasn't Martha.
the whole
She
time?
wasn't Martha. She was Martian.
Also, Batman vs Superman. Also, again, maybe it's just because it's Zack Snyder, and so I'm grading on a curve. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like
It can only be so good.
it's so gonna be so good. Like Granny's fucking sweet peach tea is very stupid. It's very dumb, but also I'm over it. Again, I think the thing with Batman vs Superman is like as it was happening, and I was just taking it in as a thing. I was just like, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? And now I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I get it. Okay.
He's beating you down. You're like, oh,
Sure, whatever. It's not bad, you know.
Have Batman say fuck. I don't care.
Anyways.
Oh my god, I hated the poll quote on the IGN review. I don't want to diss on reviewers, but one of the poll quotes from the IGN review was like, saying Batman say fuck is rad. And like, dude, you're a professional reviewer. Like that's lame as hell. That's the smoothest brain you could possibly have.
Wow,
that is lame. That's like it slides all the way across the floor levels of smooth brain.
Yeah, let Batman say bussy, then we'll talk.
Yeah, now I'm talking.
Anyways, I don't think it's on the doc, but I do have a list of upcoming movies.
Yeah, I did not add any upcoming
fine,
movies to the
'cause
doc because I was like, I'm not convinced.
Who knows? We live in a world where Godzilla vs. Kong is out, but Ryan's only seen it, and Carrie and I really want to watch it, so we'll talk about that later.
Theaters. I was like,
Okay, I'm sorry. Again, all the things with Barry Allen and his dad are so fucking weird. Why is y'all like, you guys don't get a real job? That's fucking stupid. You gotta live your life, Barry. And then he comes back.
I got a real job, Dad.
You
I'm
must
so
have got a
happy.
job.
I'm
You
so
got a
happy.
job, you know? Anyways, Godzilla vs. Kong is already out. It is apparently the most successful movie since the pandemic started somehow. And by most successful, I mean $9 million.
Oh, no.
But it's still, that just says that people are getting vaccinated and going to the movie theater.
Yeah.
So that's
that
good.
movie's dumb as hell.
That's great. Fantastic.
And probably in like the good way. I don't know.
I'm nervous because I don't like Adam Wingard very much.
It feels not as Adam Wingard.
Oh, that's good.
I like Your Next. Nothing else exists past it, in my opinion.
Because the thing is, because like I also like Michael. What's his last name? Trick or Treat guy.
Doherty?
Michael
Yeah.
Doherty, yes.
I wanted to
But-
say Shannon so
Michael
bad.
Shannon. I also love Michael Shannon. But Godzilla King of the Monsters did not feel like one of his movies.
Mm-mm.
These very much feel like
I don't
the
know, man.
studio made them and they're just directing them.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
But
I
like,
feel like the thing I respect about these 4 movies is that they got a bunch of nerds to make them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very fair.
And I don't know. I like King of the Monsters. I think it's good.
I need to rewatch it. I
it's
only
good.
saw it the one time in theaters.
There
and
is a
didn't like
bit.
it very
There's
much.
a moment, annoying things where he's all like Godzilla. You know, it's not great. I think it's fantastic. Anyways, moving on.
you
April.
reminded me one of my favorite lines in Godzilla vs. Kong. They see the Mecha Godzilla and he's like, "Is that Robo Godzilla?" He's like, "No, Mecha Godzilla."
That sounds great.
It's like, my god.
I have here that the In the Earth, which I saw a bit of this trailer.
Oh,
Yes, this is from the
this looks
animated
good.
High Rise.
Ben Wheatley.
Yeah. So
And
there's-
Free Fire.
and Free Fire. So that's coming out
And
soon.
A Field in England, which I haven't watched
What?
yet. There's a movie called A Field in England.
What's
which
it
I'm pretty
about?
Sure it's about these dudes who get high on mushrooms and going out in a field.
Hell yeah! But where's the field?
But yeah, it's like Annihilation adjacent. This movie seems like from the trailer I've seen.
It looks really good.
It's called In the Earth. Yeah, it's like a weird thing. Anyways, it looks all right. It's
I'm
got.
excited. I'll be watching that for sure.
Probably should look up the trailer instead of watching the Justice is Great, but they're
No!
also all the way over there.
We
Anyways.
must watch
We
this.
gotta finish this.
Anyways, In the Earth. I ain't rushed. That's cool. I hope it comes out somewhere, somehow. I don't know. Mortal Kombat actually got delayed somehow
Oh,
for some
yeah.
reason.
For like a week.
I don't know why.
I think it's an HBO Max thing.
It might be. I don't know.
why.
Anyways,
Because they moved back Godzilla vs. Kong like 2 weeks for some reason. It was supposed to come out in the middle of March, but I think they realized, like, oh crap, where's that stupid Snyder
yeah,
movie?
the Snyder Cut.
Oh
yeah.
crap, a little bit.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat got moved to later in the month.
I will be watching that as well.
I will watch it. Not in the movie theater. I'll
I
watch
have
it.
not seen a single trailer, and I want to watch that movie blind for some reason. I feel like that'd be funny. I also don't give a crap about Mortal Kombat or have seen the old movies that are apparently very bad.
They're
The first one's
stupid.
fantastic.
I mean, I don't know about that.
It's fantastic.
Is it like fantastic? It's like fantastic or like the Carrie seal of fantastic?
Carrie Seal.
I mean, it's got fucking Highlander as Raiden having a fun fucking time on set, dude.
It's so funny. When he started talking, I was like, why is he talking like that? And Greg was like, that's just what he sounds like,
nice.
dude.
The fate of the world rests on your shoulders. May God have mercy on us all.
It's fantastic.
Brilliant.
It's fantastic.
I don't think so. Anyways, Mortal Kombat, the first movie is fine. It's all right.
I've not seen the other one.
Oh boy, that movie. As a kid, I liked that movie just because it had more characters in it, and I thought that was fun. But it's not. It's pretty bad. Anyways, maybe we should watch Mortal Kombat. Why isn't that on HBO Max? Why isn't Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 on HBO Max? Maybe in April.
It probably will be this month because they just released Space Jam on HBO Max like this month too.
I'm gonna check it right now.
Space
Actually.
Jam 2.
Well, I own Space Jam.
Oh dang! Do you own on VHS?
No, I own it on Vudu, baby.
Oh dang!
Oh.
Never heard of her.
I have high expectations for the Space Jam soundtrack, so it better be good. That's what I
Fair.
gotta say.
The one movie I'm most looking forward to in April is the next Sony Animation Pictures. I think it was like written or produced by Chris Lord and Phil Miller.
Oh.
Oh, that's not on Netflix?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Netflix
Yeah.
now. It's now called The Michaels versus the Machines. It was called Connected at one point, but it looks really cute,
Ooh.
and I really like all of their animated stuff.
Labyrinth's on HBO Max now, and so is Marie Antoinette and Rachel getting married. And Single White Female.
Ooh.
So and My Girl too.
Big fish.
And Ghost Rider.
Hell yeah.
And The Tourist.
Oh no.
And Walk Hard.
RV.
Toxic. And RV. Anyways, HBO Max is a pretty good service. You can watch the Snyder Cut Justice's Great Edition and Mortal Kombat.
An RV. Starring Robin Williams and Kristen Chenoweth, I think.
Yeah, but not Mortal Kombat.
Nope.
But you can watch Bram Stoker's Dracula
Oh, that movie's
and
awesome.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Hey, there we go. I know. There we go, baby. Here we are.
Can we watch Cherry?
HBO Max, thank God. Anyways, God bless him. Spiral is maybe coming out in May.
Oh, from
I'm
the Book of
so
Saw.
The Book of
excited for Spiral. You have no idea.
Yeah, me too. It feels
I've
weird.
still not seen a Saw movie.
I don't know if you need to. I mean, if you want to watch Spiral, go for it. But
You should ask Greg what he thinks about Saw.
Honestly, Ryan, I don't think you would get much out of
No.
them. They would just piss you off, I think.
I've heard the first one is like really
The first
good.
one's
It's a
good.
movie.
Yeah.
Because it feels. I've heard that it feels very
It's-
like indie film.
It's
Yes,
it's
'cause
punching.
it is.
It's punching above its weight, like
Yeah.
a lot.
and then the other ones were like, oh, what if we got weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what if we just kept doing the bit of this movie? They're just making a movie.
We make traps and then there's a twist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Again,
And
The
the
twist
Xbox
hardly
game.
ever makes
we
sense.
do this too much where we mention our friends and nobody has any idea. But I love Greg, our friend's reaction, because he's always falling asleep to that movie. He's like, the best way to watch the movie is like get the setup in the beginning, fall asleep, and then wake up just as that music kicks in. He's just like,
Dun, dun,
holy
dun,
shit!
dun, 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 dun,
It's the best movie I've ever seen. It's pretty good. It's a good song. It's a good. Anyways,
It's a
I
great
like
song.
I like Saw 1 through 3 just because of the I like the dumb Amanda stuff and the
Yeah.
lore. Anyways,
I think the third one was my favorite. The one with the doctor.
Yes.
She
Yes.
was doing
Dr.
like
Murder?
surgery. No, not Dr. Murder. There we go. They brought in a lady doctor to do surgery on Jigsaw, and he's like, if you mess up she had like
Yes.
a thing on her neck or whatever.
yes, because he's dying.
Yes.
Yes.
Jigsaw's dying.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's dying. He has a ton to put on like a weird trap on her head. or
Oh,
her neck,
Jigsaw is just a god.
Yeah.
Man.
Also, spoilers. He dies like after the third one.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
But he's there's all these traps that he set up before he died, and all this stuff falls into place perfectly, and he has all of his cohorts, and it's like, oh, surprise, that person was actually working for Jigsaw the whole time. I honestly, Ryan, I think you would just get more angry at them than you would have fun watching them.
Why did
This
they?
sounds great.
Why did?
If you want to, go for it. I have all of them.
Why did they only add Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Search Mortal Kombat. See what happens.
They also added the animated Mortal Kombat movie that DC
Mortal
did.
Kombat was on Netflix for a bit, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't know. Anyways, no, Mortal Kombat, only Annihilation and maybe they'll wait. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Zack Snyder, his zombie movie with Dave Bautista comes out on Netflix
yes.
in May. It's called Army of the Dead. It's got Dave Bautista in it.
All right.
And Zack Snyder has got zombies. You remember he made a zombie movie that one time? It was,
Mortal Kombat is on Peacock.
Oh. That face.
That's...
Great.
All right. You're welcome.
Fantastic.
You asked where it was. I told you,
I guess-
and I get
Oh,
nothing.
there's a hot yoga store.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that the first time.
Anyways,
Anyways.
this scene where Wonder Woman meets Cyborg is so much better in this one because in the last one he's just like, oh man, and then like there's a big close up on her butt. I remember.
I don't know, Ryan. That sounds pretty cool.
And then this one like, oh yeah, and then he just like comes through the shadows, and then this one he literally just flies in, and it's like, I am Robot Man.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyways, that's all we know that is maybe coming out. Maybe by the middle of this year, we'll be watching movies in the theater more regularly. We'll see where things
I'm
go.
hoping. I think May is probably when.
Ryan's getting a second shot soon, so that's
Hell
exciting.
Hell yeah, I'm
Yay.
excited. Fill me up with that 5G, baby.
Nice.
Power me up.
You're gonna be like Cyborg.
But Ryan, you have to say booyah. I know he didn't in this one, but you gotta.
Fun fact: when I got my second shot, I told the nurse like, "Fill me up with them microchips," like as a coping mechanism, because like I'm very socially awkward, and I make jokes, and she was like, "Ryan, don't make those jokes." It was like, I've dealt with a lot of weird people today. I know you're joking, but I was like, I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Anyways, that's a podcast. Until next time, Ryan, where can people find you?
On the internet, go to Letterboxd and look up Film Piece, and that is my name.
Check out our Justice is Grey review.
Yeah.
Now this is
A great movie to record a podcast to. That will be my review.
Carrie, where can people find you?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie.
You can find me at J Cruz Alvarez 26. Where I need to at some point start a list of the best of 2021.
Yeah.
As it matters. I don't fucking.
Mine's looking bleak.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been in such a I don't feel like watching movies lull, and it's been going on for like a year now.
Yeah, I miss movie theaters. The HBO Max is here with great content.
Yay.
Anyways, until next time, whenever that may be, because again, we're playing it by ear here, folks. I don't fucking know. Just like the movie industry, we will see you then. Bye-bye.